Thank you all for being here. I know after the Michigan State game at their place, I was so excited about the crowd and just how many people came out in the state of Michigan to show their support for both programs. And I think we can say the same thing about tonight. It was great to have the home crowd, everybody wearing their maize, the maize rage, Silas Fathead in the middle of the maize rage. But we always talk about building it and having that type of environment. And it was awesome. A little alumni weekend as well. So we've had a lot of players, former players in town, and then to honor Naz was so special. But just for the game, they jumped on us right away. We weren't able to get stops, and then we kind of settled in and really got stops for the rest of the game. Our second quarter defense was outstanding, but I thought our defense and the way we forced turnovers all game was really exceptional. Olivia and Silo were both tremendous, but they had a lot of support from their teammates as well. So a great team win. Excited to get the sweep in the state. So it's really nice to finish the day with a win and to celebrate Naz.
You guys had several scoring runs, specifically one in the second quarter, 17-2, I think it was. What allowed you guys to just take control during that stretch?
I can go. Okay. I think it started with our defense, and we knew that we had to pick that up. We knew they kind of like punched first, and so we needed to pick that up and get some easy buckets from that, and also just execute on offense. We were taking quick shots to it. So I think once we settled down and executed our stuff, it worked out well.
Couple big rebounds by the shortest player on the court, and assists on the go-ahead three, and one to put you up 14. Just what does that do for this team when somebody's 5'7"?
Yeah. I mean, Brooke's a great player, and Coach even said in the locker room, like, a lot of what she does doesn't show up in the stat sheets, but a lot also does. Like, she's been on triple-double watch, I think, the past 2 games. And this needs to go somewhere, but she needs to be on that Defensive Player of the Year list. She is the best defender in the country. She fuels our defense. She allows Liv to pick up full court, allows us to have a rest because she's picking up the best player anywhere she goes. So she really fuels the way we play, the style of play, the fast pace, the fun pace that comes from Brooke. So her name needs to be heard. She needs to be on any and every list out there. So I don't know what y'all need to do with social media, but Brooke Daniels, DPOY.
How much did you guys know about Naz Hillman before you arrived at Michigan, and how much do you think her jersey lifting tonight maybe impacted the energy and the impact of the game?
I mean, she's a big reason we came here. She laid the foundation for us, and she came here before they made it to the Elite Eight, and she put Michigan on the maps. And so just being able to follow in her footsteps, it means a lot to us, and how she played with so much effort, and everything that this program stands for, she helped build. So it means a lot for us to be able to follow that.
Yeah, I remember filling out my March Madness brackets back in Canada, and the year they made it to the Elite Eight, I had them written there, and I knew they were going to get that far. And a lot of that it was because of Naz, it was because of Danielle, it was because of everybody on that team. So just to be able to honor somebody who was a big reason in why we chose to come to the Maize and Blue was really special on a night like this too, in a rivalry win.
So last time you guys met, the Breslin place was packed. Today you meet Chrysler, it's packed. What does that mean to you about both these games have been on national television? What does the attention these games have gotten mean to you guys?
I think it says a lot about just the talent in the state and the basketball in the state, but also the community and the excitement around us. Whether you're over in East Lansing, whether in Ann Arbor, we're packed with 11,000 people. And so it's just a really exciting place to play basketball, to have a rivalry. Really, the students are going to come out, the community's going to come out, and it's just a really exciting game to play.
Really physical game, obviously. What can you guys say about succeeding, scoring inside the arc, and then also on the offensive glass?
Yeah, we know the rest of the Big Ten, it's going to be physical. And so I think we executed well on finding our looks inside and outside, and kind of just read the defense well.
After UCLA, your coach talked about you guys wanted to switch your mindset a little bit, be a little bit more positive about kind of the little wins. So even when you're down maybe in that first quarter, do you think that mindset shift really helped things?
I would say so, just even compared to freshman year to now. We've been in all different situations. We've been up 20, people have come back. We've been down 20 and have come back. So we've been in so many different situations that we have the confidence to know we've been here before and we're prepared for this. So when other teams go on runs, when we have scoring droughts or they score a lot, like, we don't feel as stressed as we probably would last year, and that's a big aspect of growth and experience and coach and everything like that.
What did you tell the team about tonight, about what Naz Hillman's impact, and I guess how did you see your team respond on a special night for you?
Yeah, I think, part of building this program is always bringing back former players and having our former players connect with our current players. Because those are the people that came before you. Those are the people that laid the foundation, and those are the people that you're playing for as well. And their support to you is incredible. So Naz has met our team before. Naz has had individual meetings with them, and Naz has kind of had different phone calls with them through their time here, because of the impact, because of the person, because of her journey, and sharing her experiences and her journey with our current team is really important. She's come back and she's practiced with us. Naz is like forever a part of our family. So they knew Naz before today, but to hear Naz speak and just get an appreciation of what Michigan truly meant to her and what this program meant to her is really special. And I think we always talk about leaving your legacy, and Naz and her group left their legacy. What this sophomore class, their legacy is something different. And I think when they hear Naz speak, they get excited about, the potential that they have and what they could mean to this university and to this program.
They get off to a really good start, and they looked comfortable early on. And I know that your defense picked up. Was there something, that you were trying to do that you saw that you changed schematically in terms of how you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we only played them 2 weeks ago, so we really wanted to protect the paint. And looking at the end stats, we scored 50 points in the paint. They only scored 30. They still got to the free throw line a ton, but early on they were kind of getting whatever they wanted. So I just think we had to settle in and we had to try to get some stops. Sometimes teams come out hot too. I mean, they're in a position where, they had lost a couple games and this game is really important to them. So we talked to our team about that pregame too. Like, they're going to throw everything at you. This game is really, really important for them. So we just need to hold that run and stay strong and be okay. And they went on that first quarter run, and I think we settled. The second quarter, Mila picked up her second foul, and that kind of hurt us a little bit we didn't have our point guard out there, and her and I sit next to each other on the bench, and I decided to put her back in, and when she went back in, it was like boom, boom, boom. I mean, I think she might have scored 9 of the next 9 points. So just having trust in her and faith in her getting back in the game, and settling our team down was really big. But yeah, I don't know schematically. I think they did what they do. They were just making plays and making shots, and we just had to, sustain that run.
Angeli.
Kim, how meaningful is it to get the sweep against Michigan State? And also, where is your program with 3 regular season games?
Yeah, I said this a lot in the last 48 hours, but Sarah used to tell me in the beginning, which I guess is 14 years, 13 years, I don't know, Sarah, I say it all the time, that I will, as a coach, I will never catch up to the rest of the league in terms of wins against. So that kind of would remind me maybe where our program was initially. And against Michigan State, and I've said this a lot of times, even the first time we played them, they were the program. I came from the East Coast. They were the team everyone talked about. They were the team that made a deep run in the NCAA tournament. They were the basketball team in the state of Michigan. And when I first got here, I just wanted to figure out what they did to get to that and how could we now be the team in the state of Michigan. And I knew if we were the team in the state of Michigan, that would also make us a national contender because Michigan State was that good. When we met with the first team that I had the opportunity to coach, spent the last 24 hours with us, and they talked about their senior year beating Michigan State on our home court by 1. That was the first time in their career they had beaten them. So since that, to get a sweep, I mean, I just think it speaks volumes of where our program is right now and where our program has come. And I said this in the locker room, to the people that believed in the vision and also the belief in themselves that they could come to the University of Michigan and they could make a difference. The Naz Hillmans of the world, she could have gone anywhere, and she's our first All-American. First. She could have been one of 30 All-Americans somewhere else, but she wanted to do it here. And I think there's been kind of no looking back. Like, Sila and Liv came because they saw, the opportunities Naz had and what she was able to do. So this rivalry, to be on the other side of it, to get the sweep, I mean, it's really, really, really special, and it means a lot for our former players that have come through the program to see the team. They're really proud of them. They told them last night, they try not to miss a game. They turn on the TV every time we're playing. They come to the arena whenever they can. So they're feeling like they're a part of it as well, and I think that's really special, and that's kind of the environment we want to create.
And how does this set you up for the final 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's important. Angelique, I watched that show last night, and I didn't record it because I didn't want to watch it again. So there's a lot of, and then I read social media today, and I took Doug Feinberg's quote, and there's a lot of basketball left to be played. Our February schedule, I don't know what the Big Ten was thinking for us, but they gave us a great February schedule to hopefully prepare us for the postseason and the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. So we can't look, I mean, the next 3 are a bear, but today was a bear. Like, everybody you play in our league is great. I believe we're the best league in the country. I believe every night, is going to be a battle. So we got to take care of one at a time. This is our first bye. We've played, I don't know, it seems like 5 3-game weeks, which have been insane. So it's kind of nice to have a week where we can prep and work on us and get ourselves rested and ready for the last 3 games and for whatever comes after.
Kenzie had some really impactful minutes today. What stood out to you from her performance?
Yeah, I mean, both Kenzie and Macy, especially, the colds and flus and everything is going around, so you never know when someone's not feeling 100%. So everybody on our team's got to be ready to step up at different times, and I think both Kenzie and Macy are giving us great minutes. Kenzie's a really good scorer. She can really score the basketball, and we feel like when we have her out there with some great decision makers and great scorers as well, where other people have to key on, she's getting some open looks, and I think she has the ability to knock down those open looks. So she really gave us some great minutes tonight, as did Mace.
You talk a lot about the youth of this team, and now, despite that youth, you've gotten the sweep over Michigan State. Can you just speak to where the program is now, and then also where this sets you up for the future?
Yeah, I said the first thing I said in the locker room is thank you to our seniors, because the sacrifices that our seniors make, because mostly we talk about our sophomores and the youth of our program, but without seniors that lead and that sacrifice, you aren't the program that you are. So, a shout out to them, and that's Alyssa Crockett and Allie Van Timmeren. They haven't gotten a tremendous amount of minutes, but their minutes have been impactful, and their leadership has been impactful. And then you talk about, Brooke Daniels and kind of the spark that she has meant to our team. I mean, Silas said it, like how she's not on a Defensive Player of the Year list when, our defense forced 24 turnovers today, and she's at the forefront of that. It's, we think a lot of these, sometimes a lot of our players don't get talked about at the level that they should, but that's on us as a team to just keep plugging along and just keep winning as a team. And I think that our seniors lead that charge just with their unselfishness. But, I said it to you guys last week when I was in here and disappointed about a couple of wins. If I was reflecting at the end of last year or in the preseason and someone had said you're a number 6 team in the country and your net is number 6 and you've lost to 3 out of the 4 the top 4 teams by a combined 9 points, I probably would have said, okay, we're headed in a good direction, and we might be ahead of schedule a little bit. But our team doesn't want to hear that. They want to play for today. They want to play for our seniors. They want to play for the Michigan State game today, and they don't want to hear that they're young. They don't want to hear that they're sophomores. They want to win. They want to win for Michigan, and they want to leave a legacy. So, I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of the way that they represent this university every single day.
You talked at the start of the season about Mila Holloway as this prospective scoring talent. Now we're at her bajillionth game where she's not only shooting the basketball but from all 3 levels. She's kind of been a threat all over the court. So what do you think has changed, whether it be from her or from the look she's getting?
Yeah, I try to tell everyone about Mila Holloway, but, Mila Holloway goes back and watches film of her as a freshman, and she's like, you got to get your feet wet, you got to learn, you got to grow. But to be a freshman starting point guard in the P5 is unbelievable. And what she was able to do for our team last year as a freshman was absolutely incredible. But I've seen Mila through AAU, and I know that she can score the basketball. I watch her all through practice, and I know that she can score the basketball. Sometimes she is just a playmaker and defers. But I think she understands for our team to be elite, for our team to be one of the top teams in the country, she needs to score the basketball as much as she makes others around her better. And I do think, too, when you're a team scouting us, we're a hard scout. Are you putting your best defender on Olivia? Are you putting your best defender on Sila? Okay, so do you have your third best guard defender on Mila Holloway? Good luck. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.